Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Hope30 informational Zoom. If you are looking to learn more about Hope30, you are in the right spot. I am excited for everybody that's joining us live, as well as everybody that's going to watch this on the replay. We had a lot of people sign up to hopefully get the replay. And I'm just really, really excited to be able to share all the information and answer any of your questions that you have about Hope30. So while you're listening, if something gets you, if you're like, wow, that really worked a question for me, definitely you can put the question in the chat. You can even unmute and ask us the question live, either way. So I just want to welcome everybody who's going to be watching this Zoom. Most of you were probably a referral from somebody who's already done Hope30. That's usually how the majority of people find Hope30, is they know somebody who lost a ton of weight and did amazing on Hope30. And that's why that's how you found yourself here. So we would love for you to thank them, and we would certainly love to thank them as well. I want to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Jim Holland, and I've been a practicing chiropractor for 27 years and ultimately a natural functional medicine doctor. I originally, through the process of practice and everything, had gained upwards of 50 pounds, as you might be able to see in the picture on the screen. And all the information that we're going to share tonight is the information that ultimately helped me lose 50 pounds and reverse my own type 2 diabetes. And since then, that's what caused us to create the Hope30 program. And we've now helped over 4,000 people all around the country be able to lose weight, improve their insulin resistance, lower their blood sugar, and really make a health transformation as well.
Yes, and my name is Nicole Holland, and I am Dr. Jim's wife of 31 years. Yay!
There we go.
And so I am here first and foremost as your cheerleader. I am here to encourage you. But my story is that Jim and I suffered with 14 years of infertility. We are blessed beyond measure that now we have an 18-year-old son who is looking at colleges. And so our prayers were answered. But through that journey, weight and hormones and all sorts of different symptoms that come with traveling that I'm not a very tall person, so I gained quite a bit of weight during that, and everything was off kilter. And so when that kind of came to a head and our fertility journey was over, we started living this lifestyle. Jim was working on reversing his type 2 diabetes and losing those 50 pounds, and I was trying to get my life back and back on track and shed about 20 pounds. And about 13 years ago is when we started living what is now called Hope30, but we really started for us first.
Yes.
Yes. So oftentimes there are three main reasons that people come to Hope30. These are the top three, and I wanted to share with them with you right away. And so one that we hear all the time is that I'm doing everything right. I feel like I'm doing everything right, but the scale just won't budge. It's stuck. It just won't work. Okay. So we hear that all the time. And then the number two thing that we hear is that, well, I've turned 40 and, everything after 40, nothing will work. Weight loss won't go away. I'm 40, so weight loss slows down, or if anything, it just completely stops. Okay. So maybe that's you. And then the other thing that we hear that brings people to Hope30 is that you're just flat exhausted. Okay, you're exhausted. Maybe you're craving sugar all the time. You're hungry all the time. The pantry is calling you all the time. You don't know why. You still feel like you're doing all the good things. And then that whole situation makes weight loss absolutely impossible. So those are like the top three reasons that people will seek out and find us. And so that is what I want you to be thinking about right now while we're talking
Because
about
really, you may feel exactly the same way.
Right.
Many of you may feel stuck right now.
Mhm.
You may feel like I mean, I'm over 40. I'm 60,
Yeah,
I'm 58,
right, right.
wherever you are. And you're just like, maybe that's just the way it is when you turn 50.
Hmm.
Or, maybe you're like, I keep trying to lose weight, but I'm so tired. And
Mm,
and the food noise and the cravings, they
mhm.
just get me. And I really don't think I can get where I want to go. If that is you, you are in the right spot.
Right.
We want to welcome you inside of Hope 30. We've got you.
Yes.
And it reminds me a lot of one of our patients. And I changed the names to protect
Yeah.
everyone's
Yes.
identity.
Yes.
But this is Allison's story. And basically, Allison came to me. Now, Allison was a Division One. Now, at this point, she's like 45.
Right.
But when she was a Division One tennis player.
I didn't know she was.
Oh yeah.
I knew she was
And
a coach.
no, no. Like she's the big time,
Yeah.
like big D1
Yeah.
tennis, but now she was a tennis coach,
Hmm.
instructor, still playing a lot of competitive tennis,
Hmm.
and she was very, very physically disciplined and all that, but she was having a lot of joint pains from all the things. She went to the doctor and he said, "You need to lose like at least 10 pounds."
Hmm.
Well, she's disciplined. So she was like, all right. And she went out and she's like, well, I guess I need to work out even more. So
Hmm.
she added like an hour workout class daily and she
Hmm.
started going at it. And she was doing all the things. She was trying to eat right and working hard. And right then,
Yeah.
she's like, wait a minute. When she came to us, she's like, it made me gain 10 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I didn't lose weight. I actually gained 10 pounds from all of it.
Right.
And so the key here is that does this at all sound like a discipline problem?
Mm-mm.
Right? This
Mm-mm.
was an athlete, someone working hard, trying to do all the best things, and all of it completely backfired, and she
Hmm.
actually gained 10 pounds.
Hmm.
How many of you understand how Allie felt, right?
Hmm.
Where you feel like you've done all the right things,
Hmm.
and some reason it just doesn't seem to go the way you want it to, right? And here's the key point. It's not a discipline problem. I, you know, people like it's not a discipline problem. It's typically a metabolism problem,
Hmm.
right? And when you have a metabolism problem, all
Hmm.
right, if you're trying to lose weight and your metabolism is broken, it's like trying to drive a car, but you got the brakes on,
Hmm.
right? You're pushing harder and harder is not going to get you where you want to go because your metabolism's ultimately working against
Well,
you.
so Allison is actually a friend of mine, and I known her for a really long time. And, she knew about Hope 30. And so when she came to me and told me this story, she's like, okay, well, I don't know what happened. I gained this 10 pounds and I added in exercise. Like I did what he told me to do. And I knew she was uber disciplined and she could do all these things. And so maybe you know what that feels like. You're like, okay, I'm gonna add in a class. It's January. I'm going to do that. I'm going to break through this problem, and maybe you actually gain weight. It's something we hear all the time. So, you're eating all the right things. You add in exercise. They tell you, he told her to go work out more, and then the scale goes up and you're like, what is that? Like that's completely opposite. So it is not a discipline problem, it's a metabolism problem. So that's really important as we start talking tonight, that you remember that, okay? And so then the other part of it is that, we're always told, okay, well, you're over 40, it just gets harder. All right? It's just harder. Actually, it just stops. And you're like, "What? What part of me turned him?" I mean, already they call us over the hill, but I think that's like way 1980, okay? Like, isn't 40 the new 30? But now you're telling
It's the
me,
new 20s.
oh, it's the new 20s?
50s is the new 30s.
Okay, well then I love that because I'm 53. Okay, rock on. Okay, but it's really 40. Like that's what I hear all the time. I actually heard someone today, this is not a lie. And they said, "Well, I'm 60. So, I know that everything slows down." But why? Who said that? Who made that rule? Where did that come from? Okay? That's like giving up. And so we don't give up. So they tell you that that's just the way it is, that it's hormones, it's your age, there's just really nothing you could do about it. So, just kind of give it up. But you know what? It's not an age problem, it's a metabolism problem.
And the thing that I discovered in my own journey was and you're probably going to be able to relate when we talk about this,
Yes.
but it's something we call the blood sugar roller coaster. So most of us, and maybe you do, you start off with that first morning meal, and maybe it's oatmeal, maybe it's a bagel, a muffin,
Toast.
toast. I'm
A
sure
donut.
I'm not donuts, but it could be a donut or
Be
a
donut.
donut, a Danish, a coffee cake,
A muffin.
cake being the operative word, or cereal. And all these things that breakfast has become. And what happens to your body when you do that? Well, all of that instantaneously converts into sugar in your bloodstream, and your blood sugar goes way up. Now, when your blood sugar goes way up, your pancreas pumps out insulin, and the goal of that insulin is to get that sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you something that we talk a lot about in Hope 30. There's something very important to understand. Your body cannot burn fat in the presence of high levels of insulin. Okay. So blood sugar goes up, your body pumps out insulin. Why? Because it's got to get rid of that sugar. So what happens? The sugar comes crashing down. Now, around 9:30, 10, 10:30 in the morning, that's when the blood sugar crashes. How many of you have eaten in a way that at like 9:30, 10 in the morning, you're like, I don't think I'm going to make it to lunch.
Just like
I need, and just so you know, it's where the Great American Coffee Break comes from.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
The reason why everybody's slamming energy drinks and coffee, and why Starbucks is $100 bazillion industry, is because at 10:30 in the morning, everybody needs enough caffeine to try to power them through to lunch.
That's right.
Right. And so the blood sugar goes up and it comes back down, and you're either hitting caffeine or you're looking for a snack. Right. And then what do? You get to lunch. You find out, oh, I made it to lunch. I caffeinated till I made it to lunch. And then you have a sandwich and maybe some chips. And guess what? The bread converts into sugar instantaneously in your bloodstream. 2 slices of bread does the same thing to your blood sugar as a Snickers bar.
Isn't that
amazing? You don't even have to eat a Snickers bar.
I'd rather have the Snickers bar.
Right? But what ends up happening is then your blood sugar spikes back up. Your body pumps out a bunch of insulin. What can't your body do in the presence of high levels of insulin? Burn fat, right? You cannot burn fat in the presence of high levels of insulin, but that pumps out that insulin again, then your blood sugar comes crashing down. So sometime around 3 or 3:30, you may have hit that time where you're like, I'm ready to I'm ready. I'm gonna, you're gonna pass out. I'm like crashing at 3 in the afternoon. I need chocolate. I need potato chips. I need something. I need something to try to boost me back up. I need more caffeine again. And this is the blood sugar roller coaster. And there's 2 things that happen then this is all about that third reason why people struggle is you're exhausted, you're hungry all the time, and you're craving sugar and food. Well, guess what? The blood sugar roller coaster is the reason. Right. Because it goes up, and when it comes down, as it starts coming down, your body goes into self-preservation mode. I need food, I need sugar, I need something to get me back up, and then it's on this roller coaster. And so it's up and down. How many of you feel like
you've taken a ride on the roller coaster?
Right.
The blood sugar roller coaster.
Yeah. How many people have taken a ride, feel like they've taken a ride on the blood sugar roller coaster? I see some hands. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Got a thumbs up.
Yes.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Yes.
That's right. We've all been on that roller coaster, and it's not fun. It's not Busch Gardens. Okay. It is not. It is not. So so we've all been on the blood sugar roller coaster. So if you guys can feel that, you understand that, you can think back and you know exactly what that crash feels at 3 or 4 o'clock. But we've normalized it. Everybody thinks it's just normal. You're just tired at the end of the day, but it's not normal.
Right. And I think
it doesn't have to
it
be.
Also goes on to people just assume that that's what you feel like when you're over 40.
Right. You're just tired.
You just get tired at different points of the day. But what it is it's ultimately a metabolic signal to you that your metabolism may not be, that's a metabolism problem. that your metabolism is breaking down, that you are on the roller coaster. And if we really, really want to be able to lose weight and feel great, we've got to get off of the roller coaster.
Yes.
Now, for me, the roller coaster really kind of crept up on me.
Right.
Because I was, I was becoming a doctor, natural health care. I was all, trying to teach people all about being the healthiest version of themselves they could be. And meanwhile, I was working 12 and 15-hour days, and I was eating, like, my lunch was actually a Snickers bar and a Coca-Cola.
That's all you had time for.
And I would just go eat, but I would get a big one. You wouldn't get that teeny little Snickers bar. It'd be a big Snickers bar and a Coke, and then it would be enough. Why? Because I needed the sugar and the caffeine to try to boost me back up because I was on the roller coaster.
You thought you had protein in there too, though. You thought,
yeah, And so I was like, just real, and then I wouldn't eat. Then I would have that for lunch. Then I'd get home at night, late, 8, 9 o'clock at night. And then I would eat dinner. And the second I got done with dinner, it wasn't enough. And it would be sweet, salty, sweet, salty. So much so until then I would basically fall asleep and then get up the next day and do it again. And this went on for a number of years. And while I was doing that, the pounds just started creeping up, creeping up, creeping up. And you guys saw the before picture just a little while ago. But that just kind of, like Nicole even just said when we put it up this, she goes, gosh, I just don't remember.
I don't.
Such
a slow process.
I don't remember that. Like, and I appreciate you for not noticing as much. But the point is that it did sneak up slowly, and maybe your own weight and your issues have kind of snuck up slowly till all of a sudden one day you look in the mirror, or someone took a picture of you in a group, and you're like, whoa, who is that?
That's not what I think on the inside, right?
Because so I had that kind of mirror moment, but eventually all of this crept up on me, and it all came to a head one day with my family. And Nicole mentioned we'd spent 14 years trying really, really hard to have a child, and we finally did. And I was 50 pounds more than this, and I had become a type 2 diabetic, but I didn't know I was a type 2 diabetic yet. I was just experiencing the blood sugar roller coaster to the extremes, so much so that when I would eat food, oftentimes within an hour, I would have nearly narcoleptic changes. And I mean, like, fall asleep anywhere, anytime. And the problem was it would often happen. It would start trying to happen while I was driving. Well, this one day, when it is what changed everything for us, and we were driving home from my parents' lake house. It was Sunday morning. My mom had just made us a nice big breakfast. And I was like, this is so great. It's noon. I've got my 3-year-old son in the back, the dog's in the back, Nicole's up front, and we're driving home on this road. And I am like nodding and nodding and then out. And we start almost like,
it was not a big road.
Yeah. And thank goodness this road had rumble strips on it. And as I was going off the road, it woke me up, and I pulled the car back on. But that day changed everything, because that's the day I literally could have killed my entire family. And that was the day that I decided I needed to do something. That's the day I decided I needed to get off this blood sugar roller coaster. I needed to finally lose the weight that I had gained. And that's when I went and got blood work and did all that for myself. And I found out I was a type 2 diabetic. And that's when I decided I needed to reverse that. I needed to get my life under control. And I'll tell you that that's the key to everything. So what I want to do is
So right now we're going to take a little quiz. Okay. So, and we're just glad that was the wake up call. That was Jim's ultimate crash after that blood sugar roller coaster had just crept in, and that's what it does. It does that for all of us. So right now we're going to take a little quiz. All right. It's a little party quiz.
Yeah. Are you guys ready for the quiz?
So this is the Hope30 broken metabolism quiz. You don't need to comment. You don't need to do anything. I just want you to sit and just think about your daily experience in life and answer these questions, yes or no. Okay. And it's just a few. So go ahead. You do it.
So first question, do you get hungry within 2 to 3 hours after eating?
And keep track of your
Right?
answers.
Yeah, like here's how you can do it. Anytime you say yes, just, you don't have to do it on the screen. Just give your answer. So do you get hungry within 2 or 3 hours after eating? Do you experience energy crashes during the day? Do you crave sugar or carbs in the afternoon or evening? Has losing weight become harder than it used to be?
Yes.
Do you do you
I
wake
got you.
do you wake up tired even after a full night's sleep? So what you're looking for
Yes.
is if you answered yes, really to 3 or more of those questions, your metabolism is really struggling.
Chugging along.
And when your metabolism is struggling, weight loss becomes incredibly difficult. Okay? Really, really difficult. And it's why you're stuck. It's why you're over 40 and the scale doesn't seem to move. It's not your age. Right. And it's why you're exhausted and hungry and you're craving sugar. It is the broken metabolism that's the problem. It's not your discipline. It's not that you're old.
Right.
It's none of those things.
No.
So just to think about it this way, and this is kind of where Hope 30 comes in. If you were able to kind of give your metabolism a reset, if you were able to finally get off the blood sugar roller coaster and get your metabolism kind of balanced and working again, then that's the ideal outcome. And then that's going to unlock the weight loss going forward, is by getting your metabolism to work inside of how you want it to work. Okay. So let's talk about really how Hope 30 solves being stuck and weight loss over 40 and the exhaustion and the cravings. All right. So one of the things that we did, because when I went out searching, trying to solve my own problem, I found a whole bunch of problems, which was there was too much information out there. I didn't know necessarily what to listen to. And when I did find the information to listen to, it was overly complicated. And I'm like, well, you need a PhD to follow this program. Like it's so complicated and you need to do math. And
algebra, calculus.
Yeah, I feel like there's way too many, it's too many moving parts. Like this is difficult. I just got off the phone with someone today. We were doing like an overview of their 30 days. You get a free 15-minute phone consultation with me at the end of your 30 days to kind of help you guide you on your next steps. And she was like, I had been working and doing all these things, and what was perfect about Hope 30?
Yes.
Is it was just so simple. You just literally, like, I didn't have to guess. It was like, and that's what we do in Hope 30. We make it a very, very simple eating plan. All right. It is meat, vegetable, fruit, lunch, and dinner for 30 days. Not only that, the meats, the vegetables, and the fruits, we give you a list.
A big list.
And you're just going to say...
She said it was a really good list and there was tons of choices. I heard her.
And her husband happens to be a chef, and they had a great time making all these things together. But meat, vegetable, fruit, lunch, and dinner. Right. It's so simple. It's just like pick one from each column, have that at lunch, have it at dinner. There's no guesswork. There's no gray area. It is what it is, and that's why it's so simple and it works so great. The other thing that I found out, and maybe you have felt like this, maybe you've been trying to do, if you've been working on weight loss or health transformation on your own, at least I felt this way, it can be really lonely. Right. Like sometimes you feel like the only person trying to do all these things, right? And you're just kind of on your own. And so one of the great things about Hope 30 is we have a like when you join Hope 30, you're going to be 30 nightly Zooms. We just finished our Zoom just right before we got on here. Yes. There was like 50 people on the screen. Yeah. Like you're going to do it with an entire group. And you're inside of a private little community app where everybody's sharing recipes and high-fiving each other and so you'll never feel alone doing this. Right. And that I think is one of the biggest and most important pieces. And how many people on here feel like they need some accountability?
Yes.
Right? Like I'm the ultimate, yeah.
On your own.
Yeah, but
Maybe you need an accountability
I
partner.
I did many years of team sports, and what I found out was is when the team sports stopped, I realized I no longer had any accountability,
Mhm.
and that's when the weight like so what I found out is trying to do a program on your own and then having no accountability is much harder. And so what's great about Hope 30 is not only are you going to do it with a whole bunch of other people, and it's going to be super simple and we're going to hold your hand every step of the way doing it. But you're going to be on a live Zoom as
Mhm.
many times as you can for 30 days with us and with the group. And that is accountability. You're going to get coaching every night for the 30 nights to tell you about how to change and what to do. So if you've ever done something on your own, you know what it's like. You're
Right.
doing your thing, and then all of a sudden your weight plateaus. And you're like, well,
You
who
have a question.
and you're like, who do I ask about this?
Right.
I can't ask the book I was reading. It's not going to answer back.
Call the customer service
Yeah,
line.
yeah. The app I'm on, it's not going to help me.
The AI agent. Yeah.
So ultimately, yeah. So
Exactly.
these are the things that we find out. So having real human beings in your Hope 30 group that are coaching you every day for 30 days. I always think about it, and it's not to like pat myself on the back, but I don't know of any other program on the planet where the doctor who created the program is live with you for 30 straight nights to help coach you and teach you. Not only that, you have coaching in the middle of the day as well.
Right. That's right. We have a food coach. Actually, Brianne is on here with us right now. She's formulated all of the recipes that we have. We have a recipe site, but she's there during the day that if you've come across a product or you're at a restaurant and you'd like, well, what can I eat while I'm out? She can help you right there on the spot. And so, that's what's so great. And then the Zooms are just like this. So like at the end of this Zoom, we're going to stay as long as we need to answer all of the questions. And that's what we do every single night. So what other program, it's not just accountability to show up and listen, or we send the replay every single day. The next day you can listen to it like a podcast, but where is it that you can bring your questions either during the day to experts during the day who are there to coach you and help you, or at night where they're going to help you and coach you at night, and your questions will help everybody else in the group. And so it's wonderful to have that opportunity to either attend live or then you still get the content the next morning.
Because if you've ever done a program and you felt like you got lost, you got stuck, you needed some assistance and you didn't have anywhere to turn, when you have us live, then we will help you solve your problem real time daily, which makes a
Exactly.
big difference. And the other thing that I discovered, and maybe you've done this too, when you're doing a program or you're trying to make changes, sometimes there's just a lot of confusion. Like, should I take this vitamin or that vitamin, or what am I doing in this? And so we actually have, as a part of our Hope 30 program, we have something. You just took the Hope 30 broken
The
metabolism quiz,
quiz.
but we actually have something called the Hope 30 test. It's 118 question yes or no answers. It's based in really, really deep science. It's super cool, but it helps to determine what your metabolic score is, and it determines what areas of your metabolism may be broken,
Mhm.
and not guessing and not 20 things, but what are the one or two supplements that you can take that will help support those areas of your metabolism. No guessing, no like 20 or 30 different things that you got to try to piece together. Very specific, very easy, no
It's
confusion.
individual to each person. So it's
Yeah.
not just a one size fits all. It's very custom to you and your test result.
So the key that we want you to know is if you feel stuck, if you're like, I've decided, kind of like I did, I needed to make a change, or like Nicole did, if you feel at that point where you're like, I want to do something, then I think Hope 30 can be really great for you because it is simple. you will not be alone. We will hold your hand every day for 30 days to implement this simple program that when you do it, the average over the 4,000 people that we've done lose about 14.9 pounds in 30 days. They lower their blood sugar, they get off of the blood sugar roller coaster, and energy and cravings and all those things seem to get significantly better over time. Your inflammation will drop. Your joints typically feel better. It's a really great thing. And what it becomes is for a 30-day focus time, it's a kind of a metabolism reset, which you can then launch you into go for life.
Right.
And so that's really the goal. And so basically, if you were like our first start for Hope 30, like this next round is oh wait, so yeah, so there's really kind of two ways that you can join Hope 30. All right. We have two options. And the first option is the kind of, we'll call it the base Hope 30 program.
Traditional program.
The traditional program. It's $197. Again, I don't know where else you get 30 days of live coaching for $197 from the person who created the program. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's the best deal going, I think, in weight loss, but and you get literally everything
that we
talk about a part of Hope 30. It's $197 and you will be incredibly successful. And you would just go to hope30.com to sign up to do that. Now, there is a second option. And this option is $697. And this option is more the concierge version of Hope 30.
Right.
Basically, you're going to still get everything you get in the traditional Hope 30 stage. But if you're the type of person that loves a coach, that really wants in-depth interaction, basically what you're going to get is you're going to get my cell phone when you sign up for the $697 option.
Remember, y'all, it's not a dedicated line.
Yeah. And you're going to wake up every day and you're going to weigh yourself. Right. And you're going to text me your weight every day. And then you're going to ask me whatever questions you have for the day. And we're going to interact daily for 30 days to help you through this process the best you can. And I will tell you, I just had somebody do this option because they were like, you know what? I just know me, and I'm the kind of person that does much better with really, really in-depth accountability and coaching. And that's what you will get from me. And so it's either $197 or $697. Your results it's whichever fits you best.
What you know you need.
Yeah, what you know you need, because you can get the exact same results from both. Okay. It's just which one do you need? All right. And both of those you can sign up for at hope30.com. It's just when you go to sign up, there's like a little drop down, and one will be $197 and $697, and you sign up. Now the deadline to sign up is Friday, March 27th.
That's right.
And then we have our very first Zoom is Sunday, March 29th.
And that's like the beginning of orientation.
Yeah. And so then we do like 3 days to get you ready. And then we start the eating style. Everyone on Hope 30 starts the eating style day one on Wednesday, April 1st.
Which I think is a funny date because it's not a joke. We're not joking.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. We're really starting on April 1st.
Yes.
I didn't even realize. Yes. I was so excited that was the date. So it'll be fun.
It'll be great. Yes. And so I think Hope 30 is the way. It's been the single greatest health transformation in my life. It has been the style that Nicole and I have basically been following for the last 13 years. It's how I lost 50 pounds and reversed my type 2 diabetes, and has now kept it off for a good part of 13, 15 years.
Yes.
15 years.
Yes.
It's how Nicole lost, 17 pounds in 30 days and kept it off for the majority of the same time. And we basically took it online when COVID started. And we hope that you would come be a part of Hope 30.
Yes. And if you have anyone across the country that wants to do it with you, it's a great way. We have, cousins and high school friends and mother daughters and sisters and, all sorts of people that will do it in 2 different states, and then they're texting each other. So, that's the blessing of this technology, is that we can all gather together, and people are like, how, saying hi to each other. I have family members from California, and we're in Virginia. So, yes, and if anybody has any questions, you can put them in the chat right now. You can also, this will be sent out in a replay, so some of you will probably be watching this on a replay, just like the Hope30 do as well. Or you can unmute and chat. Oh, hold on, we'll help you.
Here we go.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, the chat's disabled.
Okay, well, hi there.
Oh, I was going to ask a question earlier. I tried to get on. You said there's meat, vegetables, and fruit every day. What about for people who don't eat meat?
It's a good question.
That's a good question. I will say it's not the most, it is more difficult, because I would say that I'm like, it's not a soup, like, because the way that the style of eating that we have, we try to keep it protein, pretty low carb, pretty low fat during the 30 days. And unfortunately, it's most of your high protein, like vegetarian food sources, are often also pretty high in carbs, like something like beans. And so it makes it a little more difficult. And there are some things we try not to do. I've certainly adapted it for people that are vegetarian. Like, so then it sometimes becomes, what kind of vegetarian? Like, do you eat eggs? Do you
I'm
eat
not actually. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm not like a full-on vegetarian, um, but I don't know that I want to eat meat twice a day for 30 days. I don't typically eat that much meat. I'll eat lentils, or I'm playing with tofu. Um,
Do you eat eggs?
yes, I
Okay,
love
great.
eggs.
Do you eat cottage cheese at all? Do
Yep.
you would you count fish as meat?
No, I love
Okay.
fish.
Okay. So then you can totally do it. Like,
Okay.
because fish, shrimp, like all seafood,
Okay.
chicken, like eggs, cottage cheese, like, it's, when I say meat, it's really the protein sources that we choose.
Okay.
But if you like fish, you probably crush it, because like, if you stuck to a lot of fish and vegetables and fruit and eggs,
Yeah.
you'll be great.
Great question. Thank you for asking it, because I'm sure a lot of people have that question
Yeah.
too.
It's much harder if you're like a vegetarian, but
Right.
if you're just trying to not eat like red meat, and and maybe lower on chicken, then then you can definitely do it.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for asking.
That's a good question.
Any more? I'm sorry, the chat. You're absolutely right. It was said only hosts. Okay.
All right,
All
everybody.
right. Well, I think that's
Well, thank you guys for getting on, and thank you guys who listen on the replay. We hope to see you in our next round of Hope 30. So just like I tell my son, oh, did you have a question? No. So just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, be your very best today. Hashtag never quit. I believe that God wants the very, very best for you. And the day you believe that, change your life forever. Have an awesome, awesome night.
okay. Good night.